YouTube, what the crap's going on? Welcome back to Total War Attila. And keep your eye out for an announcement this weekend regarding the Josai campaign. I think you all could probably guess what the announcement's going to be, but keep an eye out for it. I'll have it up the same day. But anyway, this is the East Rome campaign, of course, and we were being attacked at Tos by the Sassanids, who were coming after us, since we did take this city from them. So we're going to defend it, and it ought to be quite easy to defend. With all of my units having access to Testudo and being able to defend the city, the Sassanids won't like, or the Sassanid, I say Sassanids, they're Sassanid rump states. They'll look exactly like the Sassanids as far as the units go, because it's, you know, I feel bad sometimes when I talk smack on Attila, because I like it and I play it, but it is frustrating in some ways. They changed so many things about the game. Like, for instance, the city, it looks good, and they changed a lot of this stuff. The graphics changed, and they made things better, and they added siege escalation, and they added more with disease and other stuff that plays a role. It's all very cool. I like it. Raiding units, burning stuff down, pillaging. Again, all very good things, and I like that they added it. So I don't want you to think that when I do this, it's like, oh, I can't stand Attila, that game's crap. No, I really like Attila. What I'm frustrated at is, like, for instance, all these Sassanid rump states have all the exact same units as the Sassanids, like no differences. And then like all the Germanic factions have the exact same roster. Stuff like that is just annoying, to be honest, and it doesn't make much sense. So let's see where this city has a ton of different entrances. What I'm gonna do, we could just defend. We can probably pretty easily just defend the town center area here. I think. Do we have like a capture point that gives morale anywhere? Yeah, we're sitting right on top of it. Defending out by the towers is always good though too, because the towers will cause considerable damage to the enemy units. I have Cataphractari, Equites Promoti, lots of other good stuff here. So I actually do think I'm going to defend out here. So honestly, one unit can hold up for a very long time in almost all of these scenarios. Let's see what we got there. So let's just start spreading these Legio Comitatenses out. And then all we'll do back here is just block enemy access to the town center. Let's put the deployable there. So yeah, we can, what we'll do is, yeah, they can't really get in and do anything from up there, so all we need to do is just put another Legio here, and then we'll just block. I don't think they can even get in from over there, actually, come to think of it. Yeah, no. So we don't even need to do any extra blocking. Let's just put these extra troops here. So I got plenty of extra Legio left. Let's just put these units here and then throw them in as needed. Got my cavalry standing by as well. Oh, there is an entrance right here. That's okay. We can guard that with my spearmen, who I just put in very long, thin lines by accident. Let's stick them there. Okay, so let's go ahead and just start this battle. I'm actually gonna probably could use an extra Legio over here. Let's put this one like right there, and then we'll put that one there. Let's pull these guys up. Doesn't matter if we stay, those guys can defensive Testudo. And just defensive Testudo back here just in case they start trying to fire missiles at me. Okay, we can get into the defensive Testudo there. And defensive there. So my guys in defensive Testudo here will hold out quite well. And then I'll just pour in some reinforcing troops. And then we can also take my Cataphractari and my Equites. Well, let's see. I don't want to get hit by their javelins. Let's actually come over here. There we go. Alright, now let's just throw all in here against these Dialamite. Actually, let's send one of these guys over here. Don't fire at will because you'll kill a bunch of your own guys. Same thing here. Let's turn off fire at will. Okay. Yeah, I want to get these Cataphractari out here. Equites Promoti out here as well. Wow, this Legio is actually taking a ton of damage in the flank. Let's get some of these spearmen down here to plug in the gap, because I think those Legio Comita Tenseis are going to die. They managed to get hit in the flank. Let's give them support quickly with these Cataphractari. We might be able to save them and then replace them with the spearmen if I can get in there before they die entirely. The Cataphractari are already winded. I need to get a proper rear charge though to make this worth it. I'm gonna rear charge those Elamite warriors, and then let's bring these mercenary mounted Persian warriors in. Over here we're holding out just fine, over there we're holding out fine. Let's throw in some more guys over here in fact. So my Cataphractari ought to have destroyed quite a lot of enemy troops here on the charge, but they're actually taking a lot of damage, probably from my own towers and other stuff. But this charge from my guys here, oh, they're also probably taking damage from the archers, come to think of it. So we ought to be crushing this resistance here in the center. Yep. Let's get these Cataphractari ready for another charge. We can kind of fill this gap here. My Equites Promoti are gonna do alright, but these Persian bowmen are already firing at them and actually causing quite a bit of damage. Okay. Let's get out of that fight. My Cataphractari are tired, but we just need to get them to come out here and keep these archers busy. Actually, that Persian bowman's dying pretty quickly to my Equitate. And then up here, my Legio Comita Tenseis are holding out just fine. No real need for concern there at the moment. Crap. Get the Equites Promoti in here. My Cataphractari are just getting savaged by Persian archers. I want to bring these Cataphractari in for the rear charges though I might want to try and rest them just real quick. I'm going to chase down these bowmen. Get rid of them once and for all. See if we can get these guys to rest for just a second. Okay, so their general died over here. It was a Persian. Well, no, I don't think their general has died yet. Okay, these Cataphractari are now only active. Let's line them up for charges. And their archers are now caught by Equites Promoti and Persian mounted warriors. Their general was died right here is what's happened. I charge their Dalamite warriors and Armenian spearmen. Ought to get a nice, well, I was going to get a clean charge until that routing Persian noble got in my way, but I'm still going to get a nice charge. Ought to kill a lot of enemy troops here. Already wavering. Don't fire into the blob, please. There we go. So we've managed to crush that blob. And the enemy archers are going down. Though these ones are surviving absurdly long against my Equites Promoti. Maybe because they were a little tired or something. And over here, these Legio are holding out pretty darn well. They're killing their own Persian noble here. Let's get all these spearmen headed up this way. We're gonna need to come support these Legio. All of my cav and other units are gonna be tired, unfortunately. Let's bring up all of our extra Legio over here. And I think we got all these guys headed up here. Let's get all of our cavalry moved over here. Forgot I gotta take these guys out of their defensive formation if I want them to respond. Bring these guys here. I don't know where this beat up Legio came from. Mercenary Persian scouts can just stay here. Let's bring these guys out right over here. No. Oh, there's a barricade there. I'm like, what are you doing? Well, come down here then. Just trying to figure out why they wouldn't go through. Yeah, there's a barricade there. Okay, all these troops are going to be able to swing out here. Let's get these guys out here. See if we can just swing all those cav out and around here. These Legio are holding up quite well, but they're going to get overrun. They've held here for quite a while, 75 kills. I'm rushing reinforcements to them just as quickly as I can. I'm going to leave this Legio Comitatenses behind. I got one more that's coming up here as well. And let's bring my general up this way. And all my extra infantry. Should be able to get out here and kill all their skirmishers. Okay, I'm gonna pull all these infantry up. Let's swing this cav around. So yeah, already enemy troops starting to waver. Now they can't take the tower from me. The tower is going to keep firing. I'm going to start charging into the back of these guys. These mercenary mounted step bows here. Let's take them out. All of my cav are going to be like really tired. But I think that if we just push up here in force, we should be able to overwhelm the enemy skirmishers. So it won't be a beautiful battle on my part, but should be a battle won. So all the Armenian infantry here is going to be surrounded. They're going to give... My cataphracts destroyed these skirmishers just by the numbers. Let's get rid of that onager back there. So that's going to be the end of all those enemy troops. And I'm probably going to chase them down as well. I'm just going to send one cataphract out here, and let's get another one working back up here. I'm going to chase all these guys with my infantry. And then come over here and chase them with my cav as well. Just going to fast forward for now. Let's get rid of all the hurlers. Yeah, and chasing all these routing troops with my infantry is going to help take them out quicker as well. So their onager crew is going to get destroyed. Just trying to make sure that we maximize losses to the enemy here. And we should be. Yeah, there's very few enemy troops left. I just kind of want to let my cav get a hold of these guys. Perfect. So let's go ahead and end that battle. So big victory over some Sassanid client state armies there. Gonna have to keep retraining our troops. That was a lot of kills on those cavalry. Those cataphractari came in very handy also. It's gonna be nice to get the Eastern Armored Legio completed. So we killed the general in both armies, and then this army is completely gone, the one that we were able to chase down. Well, I say that, there's one mercenary step bow, but I think it's gonna make them die. I am gonna go ahead and replenish from that. So whatever we can do to, like I said, just keep the Sassanids and their client states at bay for now is going to be basically a success. Is Macedon going to come help me against the Sassanids? That would be helpful. I would actually just appreciate that. Okay, so more enemy generals killed in battle. Hostile agent activities, exploiting corruption. Successfully misdirected my army here. So, with my few numbers, am I able? No. Let's break the siege and just simply let this army come back here and fortify. I won't be able to fortify, so let's actually... This army that has come to reinforce probably does have the numbers to come up and overwhelm Nisibis, while this guys can fall back and retrain. So yeah, now we can auto-resolve this. Let's just do a balanced one here. Hopefully it treats me okay-ish. Yeah, it did. So we're going to capture it. So another Sassanid city falling, so this is good. It's going to be hard for me to kind of maintain public order here. But this is basically giving us a lot of opportunity to just put some serious beat down on the Sassanids at this point. See, this army is mostly retrained. Our biggest opportunity is up here, where the only thing standing between the enemy and Trapezis is an agent and an enemy client state army. But, I mean, if that's all we have for now, then that's all we have. So I've got this army force marching its way to Trapezis. Only 2 more turns and it'll be there. And so we should actually be in very good shape against the Sassanids. And I have a whole nother army training at the moment up here. In fact, we can continue the training of these troops. I think I'm going to grab 2 more 4 spears, so that'll give us, what, 10 infantry? Well, let's make it 12 infantry. Okay, there we go. And let's check our, yeah, so we're 6 turns from the Eastern Armored Legio. Don't think I'm going to spend a whole lot of other money. We are pagan now, in case y'all are wondering, so that, I mean, the switch was made. I wonder if it gave us new Will of Jupiter, +4 to Roman paganism, 2% for military developments faction-wide, Blessing of Minerva, +2 sanitation, that's cool. So, what do we got? Food production still. Yeah, I'm okay without these other ones for the time being. We may need something like those coming soon. We've got, I'm going to hit intern so it'll just show me all the things I need to do. So we got a governor with a trade increase here. That'll minus corruption, so never a bad thing. And a general here. Melee defense, commanded force. And melee defense for infantry units commanded. Ooh, wow, that gives me... Yeah, we can add some extra melee defense. That'll be nice. And then this army has built a little bit of tradition. So let's go ahead and end the turn and let some of my troops start retraining. Feeling pretty good so far, at least, about the war against the Sassanids. And with that other army training, we can keep our frontier safe against any would-be barbarian invaders. And as we conquer more territory and gain more money from the Sassanids, I'll probably just keep trying to train up more armies. The stronger we can get, the better. Speaking of, I don't want to end up like I did in that Josiah campaign, where I ended up getting outnumbered like 4-1 on my stacks. It would never be good. So my client state just got bowled over, as expected. Sassanids not really pushing forward as strong as I figured they would. So let's see, Western Romans. I'm curious to see how much territory the Western Romans have lost or how they're doing. I don't think they're doing well. Got some raiding going on by that crapped up army that barely escaped. Macedon does appear to be sending troops against the Sassanids in my behalf. That's a good client state right there, or a puppet state, whatever you want to call them.
An offer of peace from
I'm good. Just more people for me to kill when the time comes. So faction was destroyed, the Vandals, the Western Roman Separatists. Still got exploiting corruption going on. And exploiting corruption there, noble birth, matter of state. Who is this guy? So a boy taken as a hostage in early age adopted our way of life. He's an excellent horseman and excels. Let's return him to his parents. He's earned it.
Commander.
So we need to... What is this? Logging camp resource production. It's not hurting anything, so we'll just leave it there. I don't need the thread maker. No. Destroy it. And let's repair the well. Alright. Let's see what we can do with this army. We can make it almost all the way to Trapezus. What if I don't force march? We still make it almost that far, except we won't get caught in force march and have our troops start the battle tired. So we are now ready to basically fend off the Sassanids again. They could make a run for Amida, but to keep that from happening, I think Edessa is in the same province. It is. Let's move up here to Amida, and let's... we have to repair this, and then we can convert it. Let's tear down the Sacred Hill, and then Militia Encampment I don't need either. Let's tear it down. What is this? Stables? Let's tear that down also so I can build my own building. So we'll try and stabilize Amida. Or Osirene here is what we'll call it. So yeah, we're in pretty good shape. This army here at Nisibis needs a couple of units to kind of help complete it. I don't know. Let's see what we're able to recruit. Just spearmen at the moment. From a mercenary standpoint, we actually have access to some units that would be helpful. We really just need cavalry more than anything. I'll grab one more scout cav, and then we'll grab one of these bowmen. Just hire them up. So, should be in good shape. We've got more recruiting taking place here. If there's some units that can be recruited in a single turn, though, like the Levies Amature, for instance. Nope, they're 2-turn recruiters. Well, we might as well get them started, because we can get 2 of them started. Let's see how my border looks. I got some potential enemies up here, so we need to get this army tanked up pretty quick. Get them moved on out. Up his military training, and then we'll just start unlocking other traits. Yeah, my border could be potentially threatened, but I mean, let's see. So we got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so what is it? Just 4 armies. Yep, so I got a 4th right here.
We hunger for battle.
These guys could take on one more troop too, so let's just do it. I want to make sure these armies are kind of tanked out. I'd like to have more cav in this, but I just ate up most of the mercenaries available to me. I'll go ahead and grab that mercenary horse archer. And then we'll save that one slot. Let's just upgrade. It's like, yeah, all the mobility I can get would be good. All these cav can be upgraded as well. Because of the stables there, we'll upgrade before we tear it down. Go ahead and end another turn here. It definitely looks like the West Romans are starting to buckle. Early on it seemed like they were doing okay, but I don't think they're doing so hot anymore. Sassanids almost look like they pulled back on that turn, which is good. Maybe we've got them scared. Let's see what their puppet states do. What are the Huns up to here? They have an agent after me? I'm trying to imagine why it would take so long to the turn end. At one point, the West Romans had quite a few armies. I haven't seen any of their armies in quite a while, though. They were probably just trash stacks of Comitatense spearmen. Okay, so that army, I'm not sure what they're doing. They may be trying to get around us and go through the Sassanids, but I think the Sassanids are on our side. Don't turn around, Macedon. Keep coming. At least keep moving your big stack in my direction. There we go. You can take the little ones back. It's okay with me. Look at that. Macedon's marching east. It's like Alexander's heritage has come back into being. So they're still exploiting corruption over here, which is probably not helping anything. Certainly not helping anything, I should say. It is wintertime. Let's just get up here to Trapezus with these troops and minimize any losses to attrition. So we're going to have to hold off our attacks through the mountains on this turn. But this army might potentially be able to move forward. Let's see. We should be able to convert that now. Let's tear that down altogether. And then tear that down as well. Let's convert the stables into a wheat farm since this is a fertile province. And then let's build up the Colonia here. Spend a little money on that. So Osirene would still be garrisoned by that one army. I'm thinking about pushing forward again into Sassanid territory. I mean, the sooner we could hit Ctesiphon, the better. Yep, they've got no defense here. Just occupy. So again, the more that we can take away from the Sassanids, the better. Let's see if we can drive a dagger right through their heart here, would be the goal. There's a couple of enemy rump stacks around, that's what I'll call them, rump stacks. Junky pagan band, and that one, same thing here. So, well, that one's the pagan band. I don't know what's in that one just yet. But definitely should be potential for us to gain ground. Let's increase his military administration. I think I'm actually going to take this. Because it's winter, I don't think the Sassanids are going to try and march through the snow too much. So I'm going to move back down here to Nisibis. And that way we can try and head off Aria here. 4 turns. Really need to get some cavalry trained in this army now. And it'll be pretty much complete. Let's get 3 Equites Promoti. And then a couple of Cataphractari. That'll be ideal. So let's see who this guy is. A governor. Let's get the public order fired up here. And the turn. Thinking about moving some of my governors maybe to, like one of them to Osirene, the province I just captured, see if we can spread some Roman paganism over there with one of the edicts. Perhaps see if that'll help. stabilize the province. I'm not sure if it will or not. Well, I mean, the buildings I'm going to build there will eventually stabilize it too. So I guess it would be alright one way or the other. Pretty quiet from the Sassanid rump state. Oh, look at them trying to walk behind me all the way to Edessa. I'll pick them off with my army in Nisibis. And then those guys are going to be idiotic enough to just start walking through the snow. Okay, so we're kind of getting an enemy agent spam up here, but agent spam's not quite as scary nowadays as it used to be. I don't know what these guys are trying to do behind me, but they're not going to succeed. So I'm not even too worried about chasing them, I don't think, at this point. But we do want to hit this army from Aria. They got a bunch of trashy pagan band, and this ought not to be too difficult. Hopefully they don't run. Good. I was hoping they'd stand here and fight. A little bit of Persian cataphracts and mostly just trash infantry. So let's fight this. My men ought to be more than capable of destroying these pagan band. Let's see, they got 2 scout cav, a horse archer, and a Persian cataphract. As long as I don't let the Persian cataphract cause too much damage, we should be good. Start the deployment here. Got a couple of scout equites that I could go ahead and deploy up here on the hill. Pull these Lanciarii there. Okay. Let's once again try and use the archers to try and lure some enemy charges. Sometimes we're able to lure enemy cav charges with it, which allows me to destroy them. There we go. Run my guys forward. We attacked the AI though, so they're gonna see, what do they got there? They're Persian noble. I'm gonna have to fast forward for a long time because we're gonna have to walk all the way across the map, so I'm just gonna fast forward. I'm honestly just gonna go straight uphill into these guys. I don't see their infantry being strong enough to do much about it. And I don't think their skirmishers are gonna cause me too much damage either. Okay, they just flung a bunch of their cav to the other side. That's okay. That side's heavy with spears for me. Gonna have to let my men. Are my men still fresh? Good grief! They've been running across the whole map and didn't get tired. Great. Keep my archers back here. Keep my general here. Keep my cav right behind my infantry. That way if the enemy horsemen engage the infantry, I can move in with the cavalry to finish the job. They've got a bunch of their troops lined up here in the flank just to face my scout equites, so it'll actually be a little bit advantageous for me. Okay, I'm getting fired on.
The enemy are ambushing us. The enemy has found our concealed units.
And those are not. So those are Persian scouts. 2 mercenary Persian scouts. Let's pin these Persian scouts down with our own.
We have revealed their concealed men.
Yeah, stop firing. And then let's push up on these spearmen with the numeroi. Oh crap, their cataphracts just went right around me and got a fantastic charge. right into my Persian mounted warriors.
Enemy has been spotted.
Let's turn our bows this way just in case we need to.
Double time. Advance for glory. Numeroi.
Okay. Just see what we can do. I'm going to have to come reinforce against those Svaran cataphracts, and I'm getting shot in the back now over here too. But we just wrapped up this flank. Let's start running these infantry back across. Pull these around. Doing alright, it looks like, in
The enemy is going for our general.
infantry fights. Let's hit this blob here with everything we got. See if we can break it, because our numeroi are going to get overpowered here. That rear charge ought to be pretty punishing to these troops, and the numeroi on the other end are pretty solid. Well, of course, now we're just getting peppered by enemy archer fire. That's okay. Alright, I'm going to pull out and rear charge the enemy Persian brigade again. We should be able to break these guys. Okay, we got their cataphracts. Let's get our archers relined. Okay, I think we're going to be able to push into these Persian brigade pretty nicely. They're all wavering now. Attack here. I'm going to keep the rear charges coming. Those two Persian brigade routed. Let's drive a charge home here on this wavering unit. See if we can drive it out. So more rear charges. Okay, I'm gonna keep this melee cav back for now. Let's go ahead and engage here. Let's kind of move around the flank, pull up our general, and let's bring up our skirmishers. Alright, my cav over here was successful. So we managed to rout all these infantry blobs without much damage because, of course, they were just pagan band fighting against numeroi and Legio Comitatenses. The enemy general has now engaged my numeroi out here. Let's move my general up. And let's bring these guys around for some rear charges against these pagan band. So yeah, we're going to hit this Persian noble from behind. I'm going to send my own horse archers to chase the enemy horse archers. I want them off the field. Let's chase these spearmen that are trying to retreat from me, and then charge them because they're not braced and they're going to get attacked in the rear one way or the other. So those Persian levy ought to get beat down pretty hard.
Enemy units have rallied and returned to the battle.
Okay, let's retreat away from that Persian noble for a minute. Let my numeroi tank this one out. Now let's go help get rid of these skirmishers. I'm going to send one in here to help take out. There we go. Go after their skirmishers and we'll help get rid of their horse archer cav. There we go. Let's just start pouring it in. I think we... Whoa! I didn't realize my archers are back here getting attacked. Crap, dang it. That's what I get for not paying attention ever to the minimap. Let's get away from these pagan band here. Chase the enemy general. Take out the rest of their archers. Horse archers are routing. Okay, my numeroi have caught up with all these guys, so that'll be over. The enemy general is just straight up running away from us now. His charge is going to get blocked by his own pagan band, though. Never mind. He passed right through them like they were invisible. And he's going to get a great charge on my numeroi. But he's going to get overwhelmed and destroyed by the remainder of the units there. Let's just charge the spear unit real quick. So the enemy general's dead. These last few pagan band are going to get murdered. There we go. So pretty good victory there. Wasn't much of a victory because the enemy force was pretty weak, but hey, victory's a victory. We'll take it. Do they have a unit of life still? Yeah, they do. These spearmen survived that charge, and they're fighting 11 men, even though their general's dead and their whole army's dead. This Persian levy are fighting down to 7 men. Admirable, but stupid.
We are moments away from victory.
So there we go. Managed to take out the word. Word on the street is that they sucked. I've also received word that they're losers. And further word has come to my attention that I am out of jokes. So, there we go. Those guys are ruined.
On the move.
They're not going to be accomplishing anything of value to anybody anytime soon. So, let's... Ah, crap. I can't quite force march back. So we'll just go to Edessa. It's the next best thing. That's all the time I have for this episode. Hope you all enjoyed it. So the war against the Sassanids is going well. We've pushed into their territory. Ctesiphon is within sight. We just need to keep capturing territory from them. Eventually, when we get the Sassanids down to their last territory, we should be in a good position to hurt them quite badly. In fact, this army can now move all the way up over here. Can we, let's hinder this army. Let's see. Yeah, just misdirect them. Wow, we were successful, so that's good. I've got this other army here too, so we should be safe. This little army is not going to be able to accomplish anything behind me. I'm going to go ahead and move out in front of Macedon and come up here and siege their next settlement.
We take this
And we'll hold it here until I come back. HeirofCarthage signing off for now.